things happen early. You killed off that 5-on-3. V made a lot of big saves. You got a couple opportunistic goals. You were pleased with the effort?
I mean, I think overall we grinded it out. I think it's just the makeup of our team. It's a little bit of the style of hockey that we need to play to be successful. And obviously, getting down 5-on-3 early there, I thought that was certainly a momentum changer for us, where we were able to. The PK did an excellent job of killing that off, because it could have put us, chasing the game again. And just one of those teams right now that we're just better with the lead, and it's just very difficult to chase the game. So I thought that was a huge momentum changer for us. And I thought after that, we got our legs, and certainly that first goal helped as well. And VTech certainly made some quality saves there in the first, and I thought we started tilting the rink much better in the second period.
Maybe this wasn't a big deal, but the game was 15 minutes late. They were getting right off the bus and playing. Did you feel like, okay, maybe they weren't going to have their legs?
We didn't really talk about it. I think sometimes when players don't have to think about it and they just get to the rink, and it's almost like back in the day when you were a kid. You get there an hour before and you put the gear on, and I'm sure. They probably didn't do as much prep work in terms from the coaching side of things. You just didn't have enough time. But, I don't really read into that stuff too much in terms of, oh, geez, can we catch them sleeping early? I didn't think they were sleeping early. And, it's just one of those things where you have to manage it from your side, too, because of the longer delay. And we were certainly happy that was, our 7:15 start, because, at one point we thought maybe 7:30 or 8 o'clock. And then that's a long wait when the guys are, getting to the rink by 5 o'clock, and some even earlier than that. So, I thought it worked out okay.
You always talk about trying to spread scoring across all the lines here and get guys moving. It wasn't really officially everybody spread across the lines tonight, but you're getting everybody kind of back involved, guys like Mitchie, and now you bring Gray back into the picture. To kind of see that ball moving again, what's that do for you mentally?
Well, I think it'll help our scoring, or it should help our scoring, because, I think we've talked a lot about, Boyder's line, doing a lot of the heavy lifting offensively. So, I think this is as good a lineup as we've had all year, and it's kind of the lineup, when you start thinking about how Washington is right now, there's no more moves to make, because they got in such injury trouble early. Bowie leaves and Stevenson leaves, and that someone, you're likely to see somebody at some point when they got healthy. You just didn't know who was going to be coming down. So, right now, unless there's some kind of trade coming on later on in the year, this is our team right now, and it's not going to change very much now, except for losing guys on recalls. When Washington does have some injuries, because now they're at 22 players, and even with Oshio right now, they're only, basically 12 healthy up there. So, but to answer your question, yeah, we had some, Gravel was good tonight, and I know he's excited to get playing now. It's been not necessarily a tough stretch for him, but certainly the injury and, being healthy scratch. So I know he, was very positive yesterday after clearing waivers, that he enjoyed the coaching staff, he enjoyed his teammates in his 10 days here. So I certainly think that he's a guy that can help us out, and obviously getting your captain back in the fold as well. Mitchie could have played last night, but I felt with 2 consecutive wins there that and the extra day of rest for him wasn't going to kill him. But obviously with that veteran situation now, but I thought he was really good tonight, brought a lot of energy, was excellent on the PK, and got his 5th of the year. So that's all good stuff.
Talk a little bit about Johansson's game, because I think once he got his legs under here and he started kind of realizing the speed of the level at this level, he's been playing some great hockey for you, right?
Yeah, absolutely. He's got a little bit of juice in him, and I see he'll continue to get better at that as he gains more confidence. That goal he scored last night was, where he changed the angle to get us back in the game there at 5-2. Was a little bit of a juice type of move that we've seen a lot here the last couple of years. So he's gaining confidence, and and obviously there's a lot of work to do from the defensive side of things, and that's just normal with any young defenseman. But we need our defense contributing from the back end if we're going to be able to get to 4 or get to 3. And let's not forget what Ness has brought to the table here. Maybe a struggle there last Friday, but he was excellent Sunday, and I thought he was fabulous last night and today. So that's great news from the back end when you've got a guy like Nesser leading the charge back there, and he can certainly guide the younger guys like Johansson.
VTech is continuing to put on some miraculous shows here. What is it about him that you see? I know you always talk about, take that 1 month out of the season last year, and he had some of the best numbers in the league. What is it now in his second year that you're you're seeing that he's taken from that first year?
Well, I think he's gained his confidence now. You know, he had a rough season to start, you know, when he missed those 6 weeks, and probably not the ideal start he wanted to when he came back, but he's been fabulous ever since, and really pushing Copley for more playing time, really. When you start looking at the numbers right now, you know, he's got a smaller sample size, but, you know, you always want competition in all areas of your lineup, and I think VTech right now, after tonight's performance, you know, is certainly, you know, going to push Cops here for more ice time as we get into tomorrow and then next week as well. So a very likable kid, you know, and he works very astute with Westy in terms of what needs to be done to become a better goalie, and his teammates love him, you know. So, you know, love the fact that he's playing very well now and has recovered from that tough injury and a tough start to the season.
I feel like you can ask this every night when it's a divisional opponent, but now we're a third of the way through the season. It's not playoff hockey yet, but you got to be so conscious. I think everybody's so conscious of the points. I mean, it's obviously it's up in the room, but you know, you get these. You miss out 2 points here, and at the end of the season, you're going, oh, we missed by. Talk about the mentality right now.
Yeah, you know, and that's why as a coaching staff, I mean, you know, I know our schedule the rest of December. You know, I know what's coming up, and but that's why you really got to make it's just a small sample size for the team, and just worry about, you know, and I say it a lot, but you got to worry about the week and that next game, you know, and you know, last night we put ourselves behind the 8 ball again in terms of chasing the weekend, and now we have a chance to get 4 points tomorrow, and there's so much divisional play that, you know, every game is a 4-point swing. You know, and you look at our division is so good right now in terms of that 4th place, you know, and, you know, Charlotte beats Bingo 6-1 tonight, and I haven't got the other scores, but you know, you just got to try and keep pace, because let's face it, our first 7 games, you know, put us behind the 8 ball, or the first month of the season. So we're playing catch up here, and we're going to have a streak at some point, 100%. I just don't know when it's going to come, and it needs to come at some point. But for this month here, just with the opponents who we're playing, and that, we're just going to focus on tomorrow, and you know, have a good game against Wilkes-Barre and get the 4 points for the weekend, and then move on to a 2-game set with Providence, who's, you know, first place in our division all of a sudden. So it doesn't get any easier. Okay, thank you.